Hey, what's up? In this other live request video, the Takkatakka wants to know about the scrolls. Now, the scrolls, if you weren't aware, for every weapon type and for every vocation, there is a quest you can do. For the weapons, you need to have 100 skill points in that weapon to be able to do the quest, and for the vocation, you need to be at least level 40 in that vocation to do these quests. Now, doing the weapon quests and the vocation quests gives you scrolls, and while your character, either a main character or any character in your party, possesses that scroll, they gain an extra ability. Now, the Takkatakka wanted me to make a video going over the different scrolls. Now, I don't possess all the scrolls in game, so I'm just going to describe them. Of course, you've seen all of the scrolls in action if you've been watching all of my videos, because I use a few of them. But I have a list here, and I'm going to go down it. So, one of the most common useful ones that you use in a party is the Armamentalist scroll. And the Armamentalist scroll allows you so that when you use a force ability, you don't select just one person in your party, it casts the force ability on your entire party. Now, when I use it, it's not really that big of a deal. But now, let's say you have a party and you have two main attackers. Well, that saves you a turn when using your force abilities on both one and the other. So it can be pretty useful for the full party. The Gladiator scroll rarely allows you to hit an extra time, but only when you're doing physical attacks. The only time I've ever seen this useful is when the people have sent me requests on hitting the boss with only physical attacks. In one case, I think I only survived because I actually got an extra physical attack off every now and then. The Luminary scroll allows you to use your money and deal damage. Okay, I don't have that one, and that sounds kind of goofy, I guess. I don't know. I suppose late in the game you don't need that much money, so that doesn't sound too bad. Weakening Wave, that's an enemy that Eclipse uses the Funky Horse Grotto boss, and that lowers enemies' attack. I'm not really necessarily sure if it lowers other stuff, but it does work on all enemies. The Martial Artist scroll, I wish worked a bit better than it did. It allows you to hold tension between battles, but like when I first tried using it, I was in the grotto and I went down to the floor of the boss and I had 100 tension. When I fought the boss, I don't think I had 100 tension. So I mean, I know it works in like random battles and stuff, but I don't think you can take it in the bosses, which is a shame. Now, if you can, then I apologize because I'm giving wrong information. Now, let's see, the Minstrel's Manual, I use that one all the time. That's Grady Diddy, which is, it's not as powerful as Oomph, but it casts on your entire party. So, just like the Ornamentalist scroll, it can save you turns when you're trying to buff everybody up. Let's see, the Priest one, Wave of Relief, is like Disruptive Wave, but good for you. So, like, the enemy spends like a few turns lowering your defense and your speed and your attack, and you can just use Wave of Relief, and all your crabs go, so that's good. The Ranger scroll increases your critical hit rate when your HP is low. That sounds kind of risky. The Sage's scroll allows you to use Hocus Pocus. You've seen Seth use that in the videos he's in, my early videos, which allows you to use spells only twice in a row. So if you're like hitting some enemies with some offensive magic, you'll use them twice in a row at the cost of one. And if you have a Sage in your party and no Priest, and use Omni, and you don't have Omni Heal, then you can use Multi Heal twice in a row. The Thief scroll is another scroll you guys see that I wear, which is where at the end of every battle, even if you've already stolen from the enemy, you have a chance to steal again, just at the end when you're getting the loot, which is pretty useful. The Warrior scroll, which is a pain in the ass to get, so mind my language, allows you to counterattack randomly when enemies use a physical attack. I don't think I've ever countered magic attacks before. It might be possible though, I just might not have done it. But it's pretty useful, because not only do you counter, but you completely avoid the hit in general. and it saved my butt a few times. Although I don't think I'm currently holding on to the scroll. I probably need to fix that. But yeah, those are all the vocation scrolls. Now let's go over the weapon scrolls. In one of my videos, you see me use Whopper Chop. That is the scroll for the axe, which is a pretty strong single enemy. The boomerang allows you Giga Throw, which hits one enemy with lightning. Well, I guess if they're weak to light, that would be good. Shining Shot, I know Seth had this when we were playing through the game, which deals light damage to all enemies on the field. It can be pretty useful. The Hand of God for claws deals heavy damage. I assume to a single enemy, because it doesn't specify here, so that can be pretty good. Burt Hustle Dance heals 7 HP to all allies. It's kind of useless, just multi-heal. Miracle Moon, the Fist of Skill, hits all enemies while on the caster. I don't have this, but it actually sounds pretty appealing. Big Banga, which was a favorite move of mine in Dragon Quest VIII. So I actually don't have them, or do I? No, I don't think I do. But it's cool though. The ninth move deals heavy damage to confused or sleeping foes. Okay, seriously, do you guys put enemies to sleep or confuse them? When you just counter and slash them? Just saying. The Spear, Lightning Storm, another favorite move of mine from Dragon Quest VIII. Pretty strong, I don't know how strong it is in this game. The Staff move, Counterweight, dodges enemy attack and strikes back. That's not too bad. Let's see. Swordcraft in summary, while one of the most awesome looking skills, sadly it does not do the damage I would have enjoyed. But Giga Gash, which is where you can 200 your blades. You know. The wand one is interesting. A lot of people would think it's kind of useless because obviously it's Zing Stick, and it allows you to, of course, have a % chance to revive a teammate. The thing is that the characters that have revive are priests, I think rangers, maybe, and sages. Now only sages have Kazing, so priests have Zing. Okay, so let's say you have your priest or your sage, and they die. Now the thing is that your main character, your gladiator or whatever, is an omnivocational wand master, meaning he can equip wands. So you have the Zing Stick ability on because you're holding that scroll. And at the beginning of your turn, you know, you need to get your priest back up. You don't have any Yggdrasil leash. You change your equipment to a wand and you start reviving. So it can be pretty useful, more than people would think. The whip skill is Serpent's Bite, which strikes a group of enemies with a snake. I would assume it's Serpent's Bite. The whip's not a snake. I mean, metaphorically it can be, I guess. But now, one of the best ones in the entire game is the shield skill, the shield scroll, protecting you completely from critical hits, which bosses like Estark love to do. And I believe that's all of them. So, the Takataka and anyone else who has wondered about any of the scrolls, hope you enjoyed the minimal information. Now, if you're wondering where you can get these quests, not exactly sure. For the extra classes, like Armamentalists and Gladiator and stuff, usually, the person who gave you the quest to get that class gives you that quest. Not always the case. The Gladiator quests are on some island and the guy's like by himself. The weapon quests, however, I'm pretty sure they're all located in Swine Nipples Academy. After you beat that thing, they talk about how the instructors come out there and you can talk to them and get those quests. So if you haven't I recommend the shield quest. That scroll can save you. Throw it on your main character if you don't want them to die. Throw it on your healer if you don't want them to die. It's so useful. No idea. Unless you have it, then you do have an idea. Anyways, rambled on too long. I'll catch you later. See you guys.